I literally don't even know how to talk to a camera anymore, feels like. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been literally years. YouTube is like no other platform and it takes a lot, it really does. But I really want to get into it and I want to do it for you guys. I want to share my life even on a deeper level, so I feel like this is like the perfect way to do that. And also my brother like begs me to do it literally all the time, so I'm like finally trying to actually commit. And I feel like where my life is going right now and kind of like next steps and everything that I'm about to experience, it's like the perfect time to start really filming my life and posting it on YouTube. So I asked my Instagram to ask me some questions. I'm just planning to kind of do a little Q&A kind of about what is about to happen in my life and like what I'm about to do. For those of you that are new here, my name is Riley. I, create content, I guess, but I'm also a full-time student. I go to Arizona State University, which is unreal, literally. It's such a dream to go to school and still be able to like share my life like this. Like, I don't know. I just really am very grateful to be able to go to school here. I'm from Louisiana, so I'm a little Southern girl at heart. Oh, and also I own my own business. Duh. My last YouTube video was just a little bit about Jane Doe, which is my clothing brand that I started last March. It's been a crazy year. It's been literally like such a great year. My whole vision board came to life and I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, it is unreal the way that the pictures that I have on my vision board are pictures that I literally have of myself in my camera roll now. Like, it is unreal. I'm so beyond grateful. But yes, I did start my clothing brand this year and that has definitely been like my biggest milestone and just like something that I'm super proud of. So I had a lot of questions about that. We can start off there. Someone said, how did you start your own business? Was it super hard to figure out? Yeah, it was. It was really hard, but my mom always told me if it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. So I honestly like always thought back to that and I was like, okay, that's so true. Like, I need to just like figure it out and I'm gonna be like so happy that I did. But I feel like just like growing up, both my parents are business owners, so I was kind of like always around, not around it, but I always kind of just like knew what it takes. A lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. So that was something that like I wasn't just like blinded by. Like, I knew kind of what I was getting myself into a little bit. It was very hard. It's fully funded by myself, so I did, I had to invest in myself. But I would say every question you have, there is an answer on Google. 1,000,000%. There is probably videos literally telling you step by step how to do it, and that's literally what I did. I was constantly searching, Googling every little question that I had. It takes a lot of time, but I believe in every single one of you guys, and if you have a dream, follow it. Like, your dream's not going to chase you, you have to chase it, so get after it. Google will be your best friend. What inspired you to start your own brand? Honestly, I was kind of struggling last year at the time. I was just like kind of in a space where it was kind of just me. Like, I was the only character, not the only, but the main character of my life, and I wanted to focus on something bigger and more and something that I could do for the rest of my life. And although like I'm so grateful for like TikTok and Instagram and even YouTube, it's just like that isn't a definite like I will always be here. So I kind of just wanted something that I could rely on almost like for the rest of my life. And I don't know if it's something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life, but I could see it as a possibility that I could continue to do it for a while. I just felt like it was a more stable thing to rely on as a job. Do you ever plan on opening a Jane Doe pop-up? That's literally like a dream, but at the point I'm at now, I don't think that enough people know about it, one, to support it, and I just like don't know where I would do a pop-up. Like, I don't know, but of course that's like the dream, that's the goal, and I really hope that one day like I can make that come to life for sure. A bunch of questions asked kind of like for advice on things. This one said, how do you always give off clean girl vibes? That's literally such a good compliment, so thank you for that. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I am a clean girl in the aspect where like I have to shower twice a day. I always like for my hair to look presentable. I always like to look presentable. I feel like a big part of like the clean girl aesthetic is kind of doing something called high maintenance for low maintenance. I feel like I'm very big on that. Whether it's eyebrow lamination, that changes so much. Lash lift and tints, unreal. Like stuff like that I feel like is very important. I feel like jewelry is a big part of that. As you can see, I always have a lot of like gold jewelry on. What's another thing? I don't know, I feel like even like just like the clothes you wear have a really big part of it. I like to wear like simple basics a lot. Having a mentally tough day, what do you do to distress? So I love this question. Hard days are normal. I feel like just focusing on yourself and giving yourself time is so important. If I'm like having a mentally tough day, I 1,000,000% want to be in my bed and put on YouTube, Netflix, something. I want like a really comforting meal. Doing my skincare, doing like an everything shower can literally like change the way you feel. So if you're like down in the dumps, I always like immediately get in the shower, everything shower, hair, shave, everything, get out, do my skincare, put on like a good outfit, whether that be super baggy, because bagginess makes me feel more comfortable. Also like working out. I know when we're like upset, having a hard day, whatever, like the last thing we want to do is work out, but genuinely like there's like studies on it and stuff. It's like really good for you. But it's harder said than done to just like be like, go work out, like you're wanting to cry right now, go work out. It doesn't work all the time, but I do think that that is a very important thing. Even if it's just like a little walk, like sometimes a walk will cure all. Someone asked, do you feel lonely or at peace? I honestly feel both very equal. I feel lonely because I strive for like that companionship with like in a relationship. Like I always want my person, and right now like obviously God has other plans for my life, but in that aspect I feel lonely. But at the same time, it's like I'm the type of person that I don't want to hang out with people 24/7. Like I am very comfortable in my own presence and I love to be alone. So like I am also at peace. But yeah, that was a good question. This one says, how do you manage your confidence and tell yourself you're, in quotes, her? It's kind of funny. I've always been a confident person, I would say, and I think that honestly stemmed just from having a mom that shows a lot of confidence in herself, and like when she walks into a room you can tell she's very confident in herself, and she kind of just like always taught me like kind of how to hold myself. This is my thing about confidence. I read a quote one time, and it was like, confidence isn't walking into a room and thinking that you're better than anyone else in the room. Like that is not it. And I feel like a lot of people get confused with like thinking that that's not what confidence is. Confidence is being able to walk into a room and like not comparing yourself to literally anyone that's in the room. I think a big part of it is realizing that like no one's perfect. You aren't perfect. So when you look in the mirror, like you can't be like, oh, like this and this. Like, no, you're literally not perfect. No one is made perfect. So you kind of just like have to like almost love your flaws to be confident. Moral of the story, I feel like I've always been a very confident person. It all stems because I don't compare myself to others often. Not always. Often. It is a very normal thing for us girls to just compare ourselves to like each other and what you see on the internet and stuff like that, but it's just like, be you. Like I love to say like, be you. It's the best possible way you could be. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the most confident person in the world, and there's times where I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate myself today. Like I don't want to be seen today. I don't want to like do anything. It's so normal, you guys. Like we're girls, we have to give ourselves a break at some point, you know? We are constantly striving to be like the most perfect person, and it's just so like, that's not realistic. It really isn't. So I wish I could say more. I feel like I don't really know. I'm not really good at advice, but this one's kind of funny. It says, I go to U of A, and as a fellow lover girl, how do you deal with the abundance of shitty men? I don't. Like, I literally do not give men the time of day because I know how they are. I'm very, very beyond grateful for meeting the guy I met my freshman year. I was in a relationship on and off for like 2 years now. The same guy that I met literally the first day I was at ASU. And I'm so beyond grateful that I met him because he, like, literally my best friend. I enjoyed spending so much time with him, and also I would like to say he kind of kept me away from like having to do deal with the shitty men here. Like, I'm very thankful for that. And also I like have really high expectations. I've literally been with one guy here my 3 years so far. So I just know, like, I'm sorry, but like my husband probably doesn't go to Arizona State and is in like a frat. Like, it's just the reality. Now to the exciting part. For people who do not know, I am going on semester at sea and I leave in less than 2 weeks, which is so, I literally have chills. What the heck? Semester at sea is a study abroad program where you live on a ship for 4.5 months and you travel to basically 12 countries. But I had a lot of questions on that because I want to take you guys along. Like, this is about to be like the craziest thing that I've ever done in my whole entire life and probably will ever do, and I just want to bring you guys along for every step of the way. Someone asked, what year in college are you? I am a junior, and studying abroad is most common your junior year. It just kind of makes the most sense. So it'll be my spring semester of my junior year. What made you want to do semester at sea? I think honestly I saw a TikTok of it and it just immediately, I was like, oh, that is like the most amazing thing in the whole entire world. A little background, I had actually signed up for spring 2023 voyage. I was accepted and I backed out. It didn't seem right at the time, and now that I'm looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, it makes so much sense why I felt like at the time it just like wasn't for me, because it's like working out even more perfect now. The gist of it kinda, you have 7 minutes of Wi-Fi a day on the ship, which basically means none. Okay, can we be honest? Like, 7 minutes of Wi-Fi, like I hear that 7 minutes equals to one of the following, I'm about to say: a 3-minute phone call, a 2-minute FaceTime call, an Instagram post, a couple Snapchat posts. Like, you get to pick one of those a day basically. And with social media and my phone basically being my world, my life, my everything, I get a lot of anxiety when I think about not even being by my phone, and last year just wasn't ready for that. Like, I really wasn't. I'm super excited to disconnect from my phone. It is so needed. My screen time is literally like 16 hours a day. Like, I'm not kidding. It's really bad. It's kind of like the first time where I'm okay with like leaving. Yes, I'm not okay. I'm literally not okay. I'm like tearing up because it's hard, you guys. Like, I literally am like about to live so far away from my everything for so long that I just like don't even know how to take it. But what I was trying to say is, it's my first time not being in a relationship here in college, and I love so much, and I loved him so much. I didn't want to leave. Like, now it's just like a time where I like have to choose myself, and I'm kind of being forced to a little bit, because like at the same time I just like don't want to leave. It's like almost kind of like I'm walking away, and I hate that I like look at it that way, but it sometimes just feels like that. This one says, what's the thing you're most excited for SAS? There's not just one. Like, I'm so excited for literally every little thing. I just think the experience, I feel like I'm gonna be completely changed after I like come home. Just the stuff that I'm gonna get to experience, the culture that I'm gonna be able to see, all of that stuff is really like unbeatable. What's one thing you really hope you walk away with from the SAS experience? Honestly, just probably slowing down, not taking life too serious. I think it's really important to kind of just like appreciate where you are when you're there. I hope to not be so connected to my phone. I hope to walk away with amazing friendships. I know like the friendships on SAS, the bonds you make with like people are like nothing else. So I'm really excited for that. There's so many things, you guys. Someone said, are you scared? I'm terrified. Like, you guys, this is so unreal. I'm scared, but I'm excited. So, you know. Ooh, what countries are you traveling to? I have to look at my list because I don't know at the top of my head. I start in Thailand, then we go to Malaysia, then we go to India, then Kenya. Shoot, I have to look up how to pronounce that. Mauritius, South Africa, Ghana, Morocco, Portugal, and then we end in Germany. So that's so exciting because it's like countries that I would really never go to like on a family vacation. I don't know, I've just like never even thought of these places, which is 10 times cooler. Do you know anyone going on SAS? No and yes. I didn't. but I had to get to know people. It's kind of like being a freshman in college all over again. There's like an Instagram page where you can like meet people that are going on your voyage, and I've reached out to like 3 girls. So I do know a couple people just like off of like DMing, but I don't know anyone, which makes it even better. I know that scares a lot of people, but being able to do something on your own is so powerful, and in the end it is so much better for you than if you had a little tag along. Just like me moving to Arizona, I literally didn't know one single person. Like, I got up, packed my bags, and it is the best decision that I've made to this day. Are you having a roommate on the ship? Yes, I am, but surprise, I don't know them. It's a random. It's not always like that. You can request to room with certain people, but I joined and decided that I was going really, really late. People apply for this and start planning this a year in advance. I applied and started planning 2 months before, which is unheard of. So I reached out to a bunch of girls, but everyone already had roommates, so it didn't really work out. Now I have a random. I don't know, and I don't meet her until I get on the ship. That's probably the part that I'm most nervous about. I've never lived in a dorm before, so I don't know what it's like to like share my space. Yeah, I'm really nervous about that, you guys. Do you get seasick? I do, or I have in the past, but I'm hoping and praying, and I'm doing everything possible. I'm getting all the medicines possible to make sure that I don't. I'm kind of just going and crossing my fingers that like I'm not throwing up and like having to go home because I'm so seasick. Something called like your sea legs, like eventually you grow your sea legs and you'll be okay, but I'm pretty tough. I'm hoping that I'll be okay. How old are you? When's your birthday? So I'm 20, but I turned 21 February 11th and we'll be in Kenya, which is so unreal because I get to spend my birthday while I'm there. Which country are you most excited about? Literally all of them. I'm excited about all of them. Probably most right now is South Africa. It has always been my dream to just experience South African culture. Like, I don't know, I've just always been so drawn to South Africa. I wanted to do a mission trip there that's been my dream for so long. So I'm excited. I'm excited to just experience their culture, and I really want to go to one of the schools and help out for a day. Like, if I do that, my life's complete. Like, I'm not even kidding. That would be like the best thing ever. But I'm excited for all of the countries. I don't really know. I'm going into this very blinded. I don't really know any of the countries that well. That's why I'm so excited to like learn and go. Okay, so a little background. You're on the ship for like 5-day stretches basically, and then you're off for like 4 days and then on for 5. It varies sometimes, but like average, you're on the ship for 5-day stretches, and that's when you do school. I fully have like a full schedule of classes. I have to go to my classes. I have to do everything that I would if I was like just here at ASU. But one of the classes that's required to take is global studies, and you learn about the country before you port in the country. So basically you learn about their culture, you learn about like the do's and don'ts, like everything that you need to know before you go. So we aren't just like going to the countries and like experiencing it like being thrown out. We like learn about it and then we get to experience it. So I think that's like a really, really cool part about it. It says, how many bikinis are you bringing? So I've seen a bunch of packing videos and people bring like only 5. I'm sorry, but I'm bringing at least like 15. Okay, maybe 10, but like no, like 15. I'm bringing bikinis. Okay, I'm gonna be in a bikini basically every single day. So yeah, I'm probably bringing like 15. I don't know, my mom thinks I'm crazy for that too, but I'll figure it out. Someone said full packing haul. Yes, I'm planning to do like a very, very in-depth packing video on YouTube, but also like little segments of the packing with me on TikTok. Keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming soon. And last question, when do you leave? So I am in Arizona right now. My mom is actually on her way here now from Louisiana to kind of help me pack and get everything together. And my flight out of Arizona is on the 20th. I'm going to Louisiana to spend Christmas with my family. I'm so excited. I literally can't wait to be with my family and back in Louisiana. I feel like it's gonna be the perfect reset before I literally live abroad for 4.5 months. And then I leave from Louisiana on the 29th. and I fly to Thailand. I'm getting to spend New Year's in Thailand, which is so crazy. And it's my first time ever traveling this far. It's like the most I've ever flown is like 5 hours, and the flight time is like over 20. It's exciting, but it is a lot. I'm very nervous. I don't know like anything, you guys. I don't know. I'm just doing it. I wanted to just touch base with you guys here on YouTube because I want to bring you guys along, and I feel like this is so cool. So my next video will be a pack with me, and then I also think I'm gonna do like a travel to Thailand, kind of just like saying bye to my family, how it's going to be on a plane for 14 hours straight, and then getting on another one for 7 hours, and then being in another country like that for the first time ever. Let me know, comment please, what you want to see. Just let me know like if this is something I should keep doing. But I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow all of my other socials. They'll be all linked down below. Thanks for watching.